Hello at work. Stay calm. Keep.
Wonderful. Good morning to you, our listener and viewer out there on the frequency of Unity 93.3 FM Jazz and the TV station Unity TV. We warmly welcome you to another edition of the program Hello at Work, a program that brings you trending issues on social media. Today is Monday, January 15. Wow. Just yesterday we were saying that, Happy New Year, compliment of the season, this and that. And yes, today we have already, it's 15 already, 15 more days to go out of the month of January. For those of us who actually write down a New Year resolution, wow, I bet maybe you have achieved one out of the many you have written. My name is Ruqayyat Ibrahim, and I'm not alone in the studio. I'm together with a dancer, just like you know. Yeah, she's my co-host for now on the show.
Hello, good morning, viewers. Thank you for joining us again. I am Fari Josephine.
All right, welcome on board, Fari Josephine. How was your weekend?
Well, not free from troubles. You know, the hustle and bustle, and then the weather. But then we're here.
Most of the times, it's of recent that, you see platoonians actually complaining about the weather. Some years back, you kind of see a lady wearing on a spaghetti,
skimpy
clothes, and you begin to wonder, it's like, is this girl from this part of the world?
She's immune to cold.
Honestly speaking. But the cold these days is something else.
Yeah.
It's either you protect yourself from it or it will take you down. Yeah, with cold, catarrh, fever. A lot of people are complaining. All right, we have, just like the tradition goes, we have 3 stories for you for your consumption this morning. And our first story goes, man urges court to order estranged wife to refund bride price or return. Now, the businessman Haruna Adamu on Thursday prayed a Magajin Gari Sharia court in Kaduna to order his estranged wife Salamatu Abubakar to return to her matrimonial home or refund the bride price paid on her. Now, Adamu said he did not have money to marry another wife, so if my wife is not willing to return to me, she should refund the bride price I paid to her parents, he said. Now, he said that he met his now estranged wife as a divorcee and decided to marry her. According to him, the marriage lasted for just 8 months, during which he enjoyed her only for the first 2 months. He said that things went awry thereafter, following which relocated to her parents. Now, the complainant told the court that for 6 months, he had been sending money and foodstuff to his wife while she is still residing with her parents. I married her as a divorcee, and in the 8 months of our marriage, I only enjoyed 2 months of peace. I love my wife and I want her back. Wow. But if she's not willing to return home, then she should pay me off so that I can remarry, because I don't have money to marry another woman, he said. Now, on her part, the defendant said she was compelled to quit her matrimonial home because Adamu was physically abusing her. She added that her estranged husband demonstrated no empathy towards her mother, who was sick. She said she would rather refund the 75,000 naira dowry which her husband paid to her parents than return to his matrimonial home. Now, the judge, Malam Isiaku Abdul Rahman, adjourned the matter to January 17 for further hearing. He explained that this would enable the complainant to represent a comprehensive list of the items he claimed, as well as evidence of the money he allegedly spent on the respondents. So, well, I don't
even know why this thing is funny though.
No, the last part is actually funny. He said he explained that this will enable the complainant to present a comprehensive list of the items he claimed, as well as for the past evidence 8 months, evidence of payment. Yeah, like food items. We are not in America now, so we buy our things from the market and no receipts.
Do you understand?
Even in places where you ought to have receipts, at times they don't even issue you receipts except if you ask for it.
Request, yes. And then during the payment of the dowry, I believe he didn't do transfer. It was cash.
It was cash. And maybe among the witnesses, maybe some of them are
except
even late.
for witness. Come on now. It's just 8 months.
Anything can happen.
And it's true though.
Yeah, anything can happen, you know. They said things, you know, you are planning your things your way, but God's time
and
His own plan is actually the best. There's this wedding we are supposed to attend in Kano on Saturday. So we woke up with the sad news today that the bride's father is late. Very early this morning. So you can imagine, all preparations have been set in place, you know, everything. You are just, you know, just waiting for the D-Day to actually set in.
I can imagine. But then,
this particular story, yes, I know the bride price might be refunded, but things he has spent.
And then food stuff, though I don't expect them. Come on now.
Yeah, but you know, Islamically, if you actually married to a particular person and you are no longer interested in marriage, definitely you have to refund. You have to pay him some certain amount that he can actually get another wife in place of you.
But the man,
he said he loves her. You know, he loves her, but there's no. From the story, she doesn't love him.
And then she said he was abusing her.
He was abusing her. So she said. But maybe it might just be a backup.
But what if it's true? What if it's really, really abusing her?
I always say it here that, you know, I don't support any woman to stay in an abusive home.
It's as simple as that.
Anywhere that your rights will be violated, please run away. Walk out. No, it's for your own good. Oh.
Yes.
Like, it's not when your 32 sets of teeth are dismantled that you actually, you know, start saying that now how you wish, you know. No.
And then one thing I'll comment some women right now is that we're finally building up muscles to actually speak or walk out. Unlike before, you know, we cry, my children, I can't leave my children. But now women are actually gearing up and then walking out when things are not working out for them in the marriages. And then that's kudos to me, sincerely. In as much I don't support divorce, sincerely, I don't support divorce.
No, divorce, you know, divorce. But most of the times the children suffer. They are the ones who suffer the effect of divorce in most homes. But still, when your safety is not guaranteed, when you're not safe in a particular marriage, you're not safe, you don't feel secured, you have to walk out.
Yeah. It's better to walk out. It's
far more better than, you know, I rather advise women to walk out than actually turn or try to poison or kill the husband. Or in a point where you are being abused, you try to retaliate back.
Yes, and there are
the man always overpowers you, and you know, you end up in the hospital while he's there claiming rights. And at the end of the day, you still have to pay back some items after giving birth to children. This case is far more different. Maybe she's not even pregnant.
It's possible. Maybe
she's not even pregnant, because if she is, definitely
it would have been mentioned.
It would have been mentioned, or maybe he'll be claiming right that she's carrying his baby, so she has to come back to the house, give birth to the child force before actually leaving that particular home. Yes, that is it. But you know what? In an abusive home, where you are being abused, where you feel you are not secured, you know, and your safety is not guaranteed, you rather walk out silently,
peacefully,
live a life, go somewhere and walk. You find what you actually, you know, in return send it to your children to take care of themselves. But for you to stay in that marriage, an abusive home, call it a marriage, that one is not marriage.
So which one do you prefer, Rukaya? Is it walking out of a marriage, carrying your children with you, or walking out of the marriage, leaving the children?
If I might be permitted, I would rather take the children along.
Okay. No.
I prefer taking the children along, because we've read stories, we've heard of stories where the father in return makes one of the female children, one of them or two, his concubines. So I will not leave my kids behind. I would rather fight till, you know, to the last drop of blood I have. So actually go along with my kids. In Islam, mostly, if a woman is divorced with her husband, she goes with the female children until they are up to,
Yes.
18.
Age. Okay.
They decide that yes, they are coming, because the woman, the female children reside with their mom, while the male, you can go with the male children. But when the child is 7, he can actually choose between you and his father.
Okay.
But for the male children, the female children, they remain with their mother. But in a lot of marriages we see today, you tend to see that the mothers actually leave behind all the children, both the male and the female, without looking at the consequences. What kind of life they will actually go through behind your back. At times you say that you are suffering in your husband's house. Yes, you are suffering. Then you are leaving your children to suffer in their own. You said if they are suffering, then they need a better life. Since you yourself, you need a better life, we are going together.
And if living is an option for you, then of course you should know it's an option also for the kids.
That is it.
Yeah.
You brought them into this world, and you know where it is safe for them to actually live at that particular moment. All right, I think we've done enough justice to that particular story, and we go straight to our second story that reads: Man killed by co-tenant over affair with wife in Ogun. For you to actually comment on any of the stories we're discussing, you can go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comment, and we'll take your comment directly on the program. You can view us live on our YouTube page at Unity TV. You can also send your text message on the number 08037497127, 08037497127. Now we'll move straight to our second story that reads: Man killed by co-tenant over affair with wife in Ogun. Now, a shuttle bus driver, Philip Flammer of Sabonde Close, Alagbole, Aduwon in Ifo local government area of Ogun State, have been stabbed to death after confronting a co-tenant, Emmanuel, over an allegation of sleeping with his wife. Now, the incident was said to have occurred on Sunday around 6:30 p.m. Fiamma was said to have called Emmanuel, his Ogun co-tenant, aside and asked why he had been sleeping with his wife. Mistake number 1. This was said to have led to a fight during which Emmanuel stabbed the deceased to death. Fiamma was said to have died while being taken to hospital, and the prime suspect fled. The spokesperson of the Ogun State Police Command, SP Omolola Odutola, confirmed the incident on Friday. Now, Odutola said the incident happened on Sunday, January 7. A landlord from Sabonde Close, Alagbole Ojuo, at around 8 p.m. on that day came to report. He said one Philip Fiamma, a tenant, accused Ikem Chika Emmanuel, another tenant, of having sexual intercourse with his wife. This was reported to have led to a fight. During the fight, Emmanuel stabbed Fiamma in the chest. The deceased was said to have been confirmed dead in one hospital. Now, the suspect has escaped to an unknown destination, but the case has been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, Ogun State Police Command Headquarters, Eleweren, Abeokuta, for discreet investigation. The police are also on the trail of the fleeing suspect. In my own point of view of this particular story is, if my wife, assuming I'm a man, and I happen to, find my wife in an, having an affair with someone else, this is a story between me and you. I don't have any business with whosoever you are having that affair with, because she is an adult, and there wouldn't be any affair between two adults without each other's consent. He didn't force her. She's living under your roof, and she finds it worthy, and her heart is just clean and pure. She doesn't find any guilt or any sympathy for you, that you are you are keeping her under your roof, you are feeding her, you are doing this. She sees it as a lawful thing for her to actually go extra miles to have an affair with a co-tenant within that compound.
Do you understand?
You can
that
see
is
how
she's shallow in thought. Sincerely, honestly, she's shallow. Because if you want to cheat on your husband, let's not even talk about the cheating of on the husband with a continent. Let's even talk about the lack of dignity she has for herself. Imagine, men are polygamous in nature.
Yeah.
And then if it were to be that the man, hello, he's a man.
He's
We
a
all
man,
know.
an African man for that
Do you
matter.
understand? But then a woman, sincerely, is a thing of shame. She should hide herself her face in shame. It's a thing of shame.
Because there's no, in both scriptures we have, both the Bible and
And the
Quran, there's
Quran.
nowhere that is said that a woman can be polygamous. How? If you are marrying one man, you remain with him. Unless you have divorced him, you
Divorce.
can go to another man. I rather divorce and go and do whatever you want to do.
It comes with a lot of respect for
respect
yourself,
for you.
even. Come on.
Haba.
But then the husband, that was a wrong approach.
No. That's why I always say that Nigeria is a country, and we have rules and regulation guarding, us as a people. We have courts, we have police stations. Where was his thinking? What was he thinking? Because anything can happen. Do you have evidence? No, you don't. Why would you just approach me and tell me that I'm having an affair with your wife? It doesn't sound okay. And maybe he met the other guy. He's also, maybe it's a case of transfer of aggression.
Yeah.
He's already angry, and you have decided to confront him in a very wrong way. He should have, involved the police in it.
Yeah. In fact, there wasn't any point talking to him, just as you said. It's the wife.
Yes.
It's the wife.
Because he has control over the wife, but he doesn't have control over the co-tenant.
The
Why
man
would you even do that? There's no justification for that at all. There is no justification. What he did was wrong. But yes, I hope that the security agency will actually fish out the perpetrator of this act. And yet, the suspect himself also acted wrongly.
Was wrong.
Since you are accusing me, I'll keep quiet, go get dressed, go to the police station and report.
That was
you have to bring your wife. Did I force her? Did anybody see me dragging her to my room?
Do you know, to an extent, even if truly he was having an affair with his wife, with the man's wife, do you know that the man don't have even a right, to an extent, I don't know though, but then to just walk up to him and accuse him,
except and until he saw them in
do
the
you
act.
understand?
Like in the act.
Except if you see,
even
if
if
you
it's
catch me in the act.
In the act in my room. But if it is in your room, now she carry leg follow you.
Do you understand?
I'm
having
no
issue with the wife,
yes.
not you. In short, young man, come and be going. Go.
Come and go.
Face your wife.
It's me and you. I'll lock door. It's me and you. We'll finish ourselves.
And then again, beating the wife wouldn't even be an option. Will it be?
No, he should flog her like this. Pap! That flogging that math teachers normally do.
That's all.
Hold his head and wrap her. Fold it, squeeze it so that the flesh will even come out.
Yeah, and give her a spank. A really hot one. Whoa.
But you can see what women are causing. In a particular house, you tend to see that the madam of the house is actually cheating with the gate man or the gardener, while the oga pata is cheating with the house girl. You see, do you know, anytime you have a house help and she begins to talk back at you, she begins to look at you with one kind eye, madam, you are sharing the same property. Know that, yes, you guys are sharing the same property. Likewise,
imagine it.
If a girl becomes an adult, and all through her life you've been with her, and one day she begins to talk back at you, she's beginning to see a man.
Yeah, true.
Once a female adult begins to see a man, she begins to see you as her mother or her aunt or her guardian as an equal to her.
Yeah.
Yes, she knows what you are doing, and she too is up to the task. Likewise, a man. If a man begins to toast women out there and they are doing all their, younger things, and he begins to, open his chest, shout back at you, know that this young man is doing
there
something
is more
outside.
to it than
There is
meets
more
the
to
eye.
it. It's not just normal.
Yeah,
it's not just normal.
I can imagine.
So in most of that scenarios, you begin to see that you lose your respect. Do you know that between those tenants, if maybe it's like Oga Ike, good morning, and he begins to sleep with your wife, he begin to brush shoulder with you while walking, because he feels that yes, he's also a man.
What you're seeing, I am.
You know, we are sharing the same property, so there's no accord of respect between you and I, and it's very, very wrong.
It is. One thing again, please, if we must cheat on our spouse, we should respect them. Is it even an option for you to cheat on your spouse?
It's not even an option.
It's not.
Oga, I'm not convenient living with you.
You walk out.
I'm going. Plead or cry, oh. I rather go. For me to bring something shameful up to myself, my family, and my children. Now, let's take a look at these children. If they have kids together, maybe female, any man that will come to take the female, you know, for hands in marriage. This one, that her mom cheated, that led to a quarrel, and their father was killed.
They will always use that against the child.
Definitely. We are Nigerians, don't forget. We are Nigerians, and we have that kind of, you know, history. We always come back.
And again, imagine your child growing up with knowing the fact that you did something that caused the father's death. Because if only they said there's no smoke without fire.
Definitely.
Even if he was accusing the man, there might have been something that prompted the man to feel, truly my wife is having an affair with this man. And so that thing she did prompted him to go and confront the co-tenant. And then which unfortunately led to his death. So the child will always look at you. Imagine your child looking at you. Mommy, my father is dead. And then you caused it.
Even if you did not sit down your children yourself and explain the story to them, they'll still hear it outside. Even at school, a lot of students will use that and bully your kids. So the shame is not only on you as the cheater, but also your family, your children, and even the upcoming generation.
Yes, it will find a way to always come back.
Their grandmother was a cheat during our days. You know how all those grandparents can give stories.
History. They can quote even date. They quote date and time.
It's not easy, honestly speaking. We need to do the needful as individuals, so seriously speaking. Alright, let's move straight to our third story that reads: police nab husband wife who operate one chance robbery in Abuja. Now, police operatives of the FCT Command Utako Police Division on Thursday arrested a 3-man one chance robbery gang comprising husband, wife, and another in Abuja. The one chance trio are Chukudi Okorie, 51, his wife Tubuzo Okorie, 43, and one Esther Gabriel, 38. They are all residents of Akaraka, Gwagwa. They were arrested over a series of robberies, specifically one chance activities within the FCT and its environs. One chance is a term for a robbery style where the thieves pretend to be drivers and passengers. They then dispossess innocent and genuine passengers of valuables. The public relations officer of the command, SP Josephine Ade, said the arrest followed a wave of crime prevention operations activated between Wednesday and Thursday. She said during interrogation, the suspect confessed to having carried out a series of one-chance related activities in the FCT before their apprehension. A blue Mazda car with plate number FCT 590 EV was recovered from one of the suspects. It is the operational vehicle used by the syndicate to perpetrate their heinous act. Investigation is still ongoing to apprehend other accomplices. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police FCT CP Haruna Garba wishes to reiterate his unflinching commitment to ensuring FCT remains a safe and peaceful place for residents to stay without fear. He equally urges the populace to keep up rendition of distress calls and report suspicious activities. All right. Husband, wife, and a third party. Like, as a woman, you are sitting like this, knowing fully well that your husband is a armed robber.
Wow.
So is it armed robber or
Yes.
one chance?
We will be permitted to use that word. What's the difference?
Okay. Do you care to join? Yes. I'll go with you. I also have my friend.
As a wife.
Ha!
As a wife.
Mother and father, parao. Go and steal from people. Come back. Feed your children with stolen money. Okay.
And then now that they are caught, now that the law has finally caught up with them, now this thing will backfire on the children.
This is what I'm always, concerned about. They are always the end victims.
They are.
Both of them are going to jail.
And then those children.
And the children are left at the mercy of families. This is not America, where they'll come and take them to child care, waiting home. They will be at the mercy of relatives, aunts, uncles, and in some cases they'll be maltreated.
They will be maltreated.
Anything that was stolen in that family, they are.
Yes. It will be traced to the
children. They are the kids of oh God.
Your father was a thief. Your father is a thief. He is in prison, and then you're trying to follow his. Even if those children are not really,
they might be innocent. They might be innocent. But parents tend to these are parents that with their consent they decided to 51 and 43 is not a small number.
It's not.
And then we're not saying like they are just 20. 51, 43. They are adults, old adults safe.
I'm having issue more with the wife.
Yeah.
I'm having issue more with the wife. Because as a woman, they say we are the back rocks of the home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that means whatsoever your husband do out there is as a result of how you make the home be for him.
This is just a case of selfish interest. Fake lifestyle. Because I think issue of fake lifestyle is what will lead the woman to actually join her husband.
How difficult was it?
He is the driver. She and the third party will be the passengers.
And then I remember sometimes back in Abuja, my mom actually fell victim of this one chance people. And I had a friend again. They are heartless. Anytime I haven't one-on-one encountered them, but people close to me have encountered it. Like my friend, she practically had to go under the bridge and began to beg. And then that was her first time in Abuja. And then she went for a movie production. And then unfortunately, she ran into those guys. They collect her phone, her bag, her clothes, everything. They left her without anything, only the clothes she was putting on. And then they dropped her off somewhere, not even where she was going to. So imagine how heartless those people could be. So she had to go under the bridge, beg for a phone, call her number. They actually picked, and she begged. She said, please, I need a number in that phone. I am new in Abuja. I don't even know where I am going to. I need a number. Just text me this number. She now mentioned the name. Text me the number to this phone. Please, that is all I am asking. And guess what they did? They went ahead, removed her SIM card. They texted the number, come to this place, and you will see your SIM card. They removed the SIM card, dropped it by a flower on the street. All these flowers they plant in the middle of the road. They dropped it there and they left. So she went there. She looked, because there were a lot of flowers there. She wasn't even able to trace which one was actually the flower. So she began checking. She said she spent more than 2 hours looking from one flower to, and you can imagine how tiny a SIM card is. It's not something she could easily just.
Mostly issues of all those micro SIM self.
Do you understand? So she had to take a lot of hours there before she found her SIM card. Before she now started looking for a phone. Remember, they left with everything. No money. She borrowed a phone, put her SIM card. And unfortunately for her, the number was in her Google. On her phone. So the number wasn't even in the SIM. So she just put her SIM and was waiting for someone to call. So you can imagine how heartless those people can be.
Honestly speaking.
I think the securities should, please.
I think justice should serve on this particular case. All right, we quickly go on a commercial music with the men and council. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back and keep your messages coming in on the number 08037497127. We'll be right back.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the fullest.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill law, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV. Unity TV.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school.
Unity.
commercials with the man and console. The number for you to actually call in and comment is 070-3235-3315. And we have our first caller. Hello, good morning.
Well, good morning, Madam Ruki, and just in the house.
All right, Pastor Henry JJ from Doncaster. Good morning.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, what you are seeing in the studio is actually, what is defining us as a country. Last year, I think August or September, my in-law, one of my in-law, he's an ASP in the Nigerian Police Force.
Okay.
So around that Utako, there are criminals there. That's the division he is working with. You understand? He entered a vehicle to his office early morning. Unfortunately, he was in the vehicle of these hoodlums. They marched him, collected his phone, collected some money. Even as the police officer there, there were three of them. Understand? That was how, according to him, he said he woke up and found himself in the hospital in Abuja there. So after, treatment and what have you, 2 days later he was discharged home. So he was home. Something was implanting his heart to go to the office, even with his own condition. So he just went to the office around the Utako side in Abuja. Fortunately, he got those guys, and they were even his neighbors. That was how he just alerted his colleague, apprehended 3 of them, and just did the needful. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can see, and until you begin to, give those people the treatment they deserve, we will never get rid of them in the society. You understand? And that man who said that his wife's lifestyle should be returned to him, based on what he said, according to Islam, if Islam permitted sex, why don't they just do it? Since she's not ready, she's not willing to come back to him. And the man is in love with his wife, he wants her to come back. But if she don't want to come back, let his right price be given to him in order to maintain peace. I think when we do that, it will help us. And then lastly, the last one that the woman, okay, is it the woman and the man?
The man actually confronted his neighbor because he's suspecting, he's having an affair with his wife.
Let me just stop at that. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Pastor Henry JJ from Doncaster. Actually, what we are actually the second story of is it the first story of the woman who refuses to come back to her husband's house. The judge says that there must be an evidence of payment.
Yeah.
Before that money can be paid. Hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Morning, Enenche from Tudunwada. Welcome on board. By your voices, we shall know.
How's work?
Fine.
Yeah, good morning to the other lady. I don't know her name.
Josephine.
This one that is talking that he should return his bride price. Okay, what of the other things that he said when he wants to get married to the woman?
That's why the judge says that he should bring evidence of payments.
So what of if the wife doesn't come back to him?
And she'll just pay him money now.
And he's asking for his bride price.
Yes.
The remaining things that he spent during the wedding, I think it's more than the bride price. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the wife to leave his house, I think there's something that Dama is doing. Or there's something that is doing that she don't like when she decided to leave his house.
Yeah.
You understand? And honestly, all this while I've been seeing married men cheating. I thought it's only married men that cheat on their wife, not knowing that some of the wives started cheating on their husband, which is very bad. The truth is about any girl that you are single, you are dating. If you cannot stick to one boyfriend, you are double dating. If you get married, don't think that woman will stick to her boyfriend. She should stick to her husband. Definitely, she should be looking men outside. Because when she was still single, she's double dating. So any lady that have 2 boyfriends, if she's married, you hardly see her stick to that.
She keep on cheating.
That woman will cheat on her husband. So let them stop double dating so that we can get married, they will not get issues with their husband. You have a nice day, please. Married up to everybody over there.
All right, thank you so much. And then you're even saying of double dating. People are quadruple dating.
As in
One girl, one lady will have like 10 boyfriends.
Yes.
So honestly speaking,
they call it what other options. There is a name for it. There's one name that
Plan
girls
B.
yes, other option. If this one fails, there is another plan
Yes,
B.
and if you actually need 20,000, you tax this one 5,000, 5,000, 5,500, and in a twinkle of an eye, the 20,000 will be
and some change.
Honestly speaking. All right, you can go to our Facebook page and drop your comments, and we have a series of comments from different states. We have El Pedro Michael. He says, marriage is supposed to be joined by God, but in this case, I believe it is the devil that brought these two together to accomplish and do his bidding. Else, I wonder who convinced who, and how did the other party pull the courage at the first place to approach the other with this idea? Right, we have a call. Let's take it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Muafa Kudus from Dogon Agogo. Welcome on board.
Thank you, Rikaya. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, lady in the house.
Good morning,
Josephine.
sir.
All right.
Again, listen,
All right,
let
welcome
me
on
tell
board.
the comment of that woman that if you actually, you say that if you were in her shoe, you don't need to be married, you don't look that married to get caught on the marriage. I agree with what you said there. Because for a person to know it's a condition that is not going to be friendly, at the end it causes more harm than the good. Better create that condition and tell me you can speak for the alternative. For the women are making, the men make women because they are vulnerable. They took their advantage and did a lot of what we call maltreatment in their houses, violating their rights. I was once in a particular house around Gorukuban. Walking there, I saw a man, the husband, beating his wife, and the children are crying. Some of the children hold his hand. That is something, but the way he judged indoor children. Let me tell you, Kaya, unfortunately, very unfortunately, the woman has a heartbreak up. I say, oh my God. Then the neighbor to that person said, don't tell them if you do, you even regret for making them to stop this fighting. Because they do all they could do to what you call things, make them one family to remain one. But they say no. After they have done that, they fight in the woman will go back and begging the husband, please let me stay in your house. Because whatever I am sorry for what I have done. The same day, the person will still be there. She will still go back and beg him, sorry, let me stay. It's better for the woman to just leave. And when she's leaving, she should carry her children and go with them. Because now, parents are just leaving everything to them. There's no special to the husband. Leaving everything to their wife. Their wife to feed them. Their wife should help them. Their children, education, everything to the women. The serious women of nowadays, I'm really to see you. You are trying. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you.
Amen.
And last thing the story that you're talking about, that is one child.
Yes, the one child.
This is a very something that is disturbing, let me say, the entire country. I only, let me think on the experience. It happens to me here in Jos. Whereby I enter a ticket, I should say a ticket taking me to terminus from a railroad. Then I met one guy inside the Naket. Without moving, selecting me from where I sheltered the bicycle and the motor kitchen Naket. Then another person stop us and say he's going to terminus as well. When we reach the first bank here, close to UPSA, then the driver said, hey, I'm sorry, I forget that I'm taking this people to Faringada and this. I had 10 terminals when you say Faringada. Please, drop me. Unknowingly to me, they pick up my phone. Until when they drop me, I showed I just see that my pocket is like empty. Before I just make a little bend, I did not know where these people follow. And they pick up my phone and they start inside my pocket, they go out with it. That's to say that these people, they can kill in those situations or something.
Yeah.
My neighbor is shocked now because he is still in the hospital whereby he was beaten and stabbed with a knife because they want to collect for inside and get. When and how we are going to buy this, we need to unite and they say it should be watchful. But if you don't even have your mind of those inside and get, don't even enter in and get. These people, they know every tactic to my teaching. God bless you, God bless Nigeria.
Amen.
Wow.
All right, thank you so much, more for kudos from Dogon Agogo. Let me be true with this, particular message from El Pedro Michael. He sent a message again. It is both morally and legally wrong for the man to approach his co-tenant on this issue, except if he is saying he doesn't have control over his family. And also, I feel it is very immature and self-degrading to want to confront his neighbor. Reasons being that there are a high possibility that this will lead to a chaos, and by so doing, his secret will be leaked to the public. And Mazi Obiadegu says, watching you ladies live from Anambra State. HAJARKU, I agree to you. As for the lady that went to court for divorce, well, she did well, because life is the most important. The man that killed his co-tenant would have beaten him, not killing him. I don't support the man leaving the man. I don't support leaving the man entirely. He should be dealt with. As for the wife, sack her, because a cheating wife can kill. Good day, ladies. And our Megla says, good morning, Unity FM, watching you live from Abuja Market. Just thank you so much. And we have Makanjola Badmus. He says, good morning. The choice of People's Radio, Koni Baje. Happy New Week of success and happiness. Adetayo. I am Adetayo Badmus from Orofun, Ibeju, Lekki. Thank you so much all for finding out time to actually send in your comments at this particular moment. And also, people of Jos should be wary, because of recently there has been a lot of cases of these one chance or pickpocketing. There are a lot of boys that the terminus main market. A lot of people have been snatched from their phone in terminal. So if you are heading there anytime, any day, be careful with your purse and your phone. And we have a text message that says, this is what you get when a very lazy man that wants to be rich marries a lazy woman who hates to suffer. The end result is always crime. From Pedro. Thank you so much, Pedro, and longest of times. Yes, they are both lazy and don't want to suffer.
I love the way you put it.
This is what you get from a lazy man who gets married to a very lazy woman who doesn't want to suffer.
I love it. In short, that is just
the definition of those culprits. Seriously speaking, you see, you begin to wonder who even actually confronted who convinced who at the first instance, because this is a wrong idea for a family to actually delve into.
Do you understand? A family.
It's a different case for the man to actually go and do his things without you knowing.
But then,
even if you knew, you keep silent. But you actually working together in the act.
That means you are in support. You are in support.
Maybe she might decide to say, stop it, or what you are doing is not good. We have seen cases whereby the man is an armed robber and the woman knows. She doesn't want to be the one to actually expose him, but she doesn't take things from him. She'll go out, hustle, and find food for her to fend with her children, while the man actually embezzles money, he buys cars, and people will begin to wonder. The husband is rich and the woman is actually suffering. There is something fishy. She doesn't want to be the one to actually expose him. But at some instances, she doesn't take his properties because she knows they are not godly.
Is that wisdom?
So to some extent.
Okay. But then she's still with him.
She lives with him. And maybe they have even caught connection a very long time ago.
Okay. Wow.
Matrimonially. They have caught connection. There's nothing going in between them. He goes out, does his things, and come back.
But then, our securities, please, what should be done? I believe there is something that can be done to curtail.
Even here in Jos, most of the states, especially Lagos, Abuja, and Plateau.
It's sad.
Here in Jos,
you can't leave your home now and say you're going to the market and then come back in one piece. Come on now. I think we have bigger issues to face. In security, in the villages, the killings. We have development and other things to talk about. And then this little
21st century, I bet that we have a lot of facilities, and we have enough manpower, that's security-wise, to actually curtail this particular issue. But I hope that the right agency are actually listening or watching us at this particular moment. Your last word, Josephine, to our listener.
Well, please, let's do well to always do what is right by us and by the law. Thank you for always tuning into Unity 93.3 TV and radio. I remain Fari Josephine.
All right, and a very big thank you to all who actually find out time to drop comments on our Facebook page, send us text message, and your calls coming in. A big thank you to you all, because we know definitely that you are out there listening to us, and we'll do our very best to see that we take charge, come here and give you topics that actually impact your life. And without you, we wouldn't be sitting here. I remain Rukayetani Ibrahim, and I say you keep a date with us on Thursday, same time, same station, and keep your dial on Unity TV and Unity Radio FM 93.3. Bye-bye.